Hello my hosts, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Today we are going to be continuing with our ongoing mission. We have a spacecraft returning from Eve, so we are going to attempt to catch it mid-flight and get it to return to its proper orbit. So let's get on to that. Let's get rid of the extra wings. Oops. Didn't know you could do that. Okay. Close that up. Let's have a look. So if we look at our ships, we want to actually schedule this right. We have, that's the planetary disco. That's not the one we want. Eve flyby. That is on an intersect path. Go to fly. I think it's out of fuel now. Yep, it is way out of fuel. Okay, nice. And we go on to... Oh. Let me fix that up. My controls aren't set up just the way I like it. And we'll load these up. Alright. That's right, I sit. Load that up like that. And load throttle. Okay. Now, let's check things out. Did that work out correctly? Nope. We go like that. Yeah. Scroll out all the way. Let's add a bit of a... Oh, we still got a little bit of fuel. What we're going to do is burn through all of the fuel and use that. And we'll use a separate craft to actually do the intersect. So if we jump over to here, where is Kerbal? There it is. If we go in and say, that's not responding for some reason. Anyway, we'll add to it a create alarm for SOI change. Add alarm there. The idea is we're going to fly a spaceship in on an intercept path to join up with that. I am wondering... No, you can't create intersect paths for ships. Okay, that's fair. Right. Okay. Focus view. And we're all lined up. Let's see if we can burn a little bit closer. Is that reducing the... Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm pretty sure... Where is my joystick got to? But we are all over the place today. How can you fly a spaceship without a joystick? Ah, there it is. There she is. Let's adjust ourselves. Think like that. Go down slightly. Yep, cool. There we go. We might actually be able to get it to stop. We might not actually have to implement the 𝕊𝔸℉𝔻ℝ𝔸 project. That would be good. And here... we don't actually have any way of... The more daring approach would be to use the more daring approach would be to make use of an atmospheric type situation. Aero brake. Oh, almost. Okay. Let's try. So let's cancel that. Let's go in a bit more. And slow you down here. We're still going to need a recovery vehicle. And that is almost enough. Add the maneuver. Yes! Okay. And just slight adjustments. This is doable. Move that. Create an alarm. Set create an alarm. Why are you not letting me create the alarm? For maneuver, add that. Excellent. So we will now, that will make this project a lot easier. We still got to have a recovery vessel, but we don't have to sort of catch it as it's flying. We can actually break the orbit. So let's go warp next. So we've got 5 of 10 mapped. We're coming in on Kerbal now at some point. I wonder where it is. There we go. Hello! How is everybody? Oh, excellent. We've got Kerbal coming up. Let's slow down. Going to move into the correct braking orbit. Delete and close. And just wait a few minutes and we'll start this burn to get into a stable orbit. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice to see. And we've got a few seconds to wait. So this vessel is returning from a orbit of Eve, and I just had enough fuel to get into a stable Kerbal orbit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. Now, excellent. It's got a pretty bad attitude, but it is better than nothing. And we are coming in. And the next project is going to be building a recovery vessel for this. So have that like that and burned out. Let's have a look. We've got an actual orbit. Awesome. Let's go down to the surface and go to the surface. And we'll go. Let's start on designing this recovery vessel. I'm going to think we're going to have a cockpit here. Then we're going to have one of this style. Where is it? The payload, cargo. That's the payload. We'll use that to house it. We'll put a docking port on the inside. Here we go. Payload, coupling, docking port. There's a snap switch on. There. Then we'll close this off. I think it's fuel. the rocket fuel one. And I think there's this closing version there. So that will be what we'll use to actually, we'll use the jet fuel version. And use an atomic engine on the bottom. Not that one. There. So this will be our main sort of maneuvering and to do the capture. Actually, I'm going to make it twice that size, so have 2 payload bays, just so it's a little bit easier. Let's go payload, aerodynamics, payload. So we have a bit more room in there. Now, we're going to need maneuvering fuel. Is there a maneuvering fuel version of these things? Nope, but we can stick our one of these in there. We also can line the insides with what's the power? Because the idea, we can make this into a sort of like a versatile little thing. Can we stick them onto the actual... No, we can't stick them onto that. Let's switch to symmetry. That's not going to work. Change the style of the symmetry. How do we change? Middle click. So we stick basically solar panels along the inside. Not that style. Okay. Right. That will give us a little bit of power while we are maneuvering. Excellent. Ah. We'll have a little battery inside here as well. And we'll add RCS things. That's cool that you're doing a bit of streaming as well. So put the RCS maneuvering things, say, there and there. Or are these ones the bigger ones? These are the bigger ones, so we'll use those bigger ones. And put them up here. And continue at the back as well. Like that. And like that. I want to get it as symmetric as possible, because I think it improves the stability of the ship. Close though. Close that. So this is going to be our recovery vessel. But it's going to need to land, be able to land, isn't it? shall we make it, let's see if we can make it, it's like a, should we use shoots or should we use wings? Let's use both. So basically the idea is going to be a controlled glide and then use shoots to kill the last of its velocity. There we go. It should have aerodynamics, center of mass. That's going to be an issue. Actually, you have to increase the size of these aerodynamics bits. So, alright. There, like that. Come on. This is always a bit tricky. Like that. Then we go move and move these back. Do it again. Not sure why they want to always angle themselves. Yeah, come on. There we go. I think we need to actually rearrange this so that the fuel is closer to the front. So we take that off. Actually, we take that off. Move that like that. Move that down there. Take that there. Okay. Reattach things back. Now where's the center of lift? Open that up. You going to be reattached there. Switch off that. Close that up. That's weird. We now don't have a display for center of... Oh! It's right on top of it. Cool. So... if we have too much lift, it will push it down and equal it out. So that should be aerodynamically stable in the up down manner. That is perfect. Yeah, it looks like it could be a single staged orbit, though it would need Brapier engines to be like that. Don't want fan blades, fan shrouds. I want control elements. So I want fins. Aerodynamics, solid elevators. Where are we for elevators? Aileron. Cool. And go to back to that. So we want to have ailerons once again. They're going to go like that. And right. Have a bit more control like that. We'll use a deluxe winglet. Switch off there, but not have it stuck on backwards. That is cool. I'm not sure how this is going to fly. And last but not least, let's stick some landing gear on it. That's a spotlight, that's not landing gear. Okay. So, what have we got in the way of landing gear? Medium. Let's switch that around. There we go. That's back to front. That's fine. And we'll do the same here. Right up the back. And we'll adjust the angle slightly. That's fine. Now, let's see. Got flaps. Well, not. We don't have quite flaps, but we got winglets. Do we have air brakes? Just probably want to kill some of our velocity. I'm not sure we got air brakes developed yet. I stand corrected. We'll put those there. That looks pretty good. So, bring in the gear. Start retracted. Start retracted. Gotta say, I don't think we have to adjust those, or let's see if the computer will do it for us. So it's got 145 delta V. This is actually going to be a multi-stage vehicle. We're going to have a proper rocket to actually launch it up. So what can we do? Switch that, switch to the other style. Where are we? switch it to the other style of the things. So the other style. Put that on there. And that's going to get in the way, isn't it? Right. Can't we mix and match? There we go. So we'll stick on big ass fuel tanks. And we'll try and get this thing to orbit that way. So, fuel tanks. There. That's liquid fuel. Actually, okay. Rockamax. Actually, do we have it in orange? I prefer it in orange. There we go. Here we go, like that. Come on, stick properly. There you go. But I think we're going to have some interference with... That's a little odd. Right. That's not what I want, but we might be able to make it work. And undo. So if we go like that, and like that. Oh, it's clipped into the wing. That's not what we want. Okay. That's sort of fine, and the center of gravity is in the middle again. Add another thing there. Let's stick on our biggest rocket engine on the bottom of it, which is here. So just want raw thrust 3 versus 1. Okay. Still the mainsail. Excellent. That is a monstrous amount of thrust. And okay, we've got a good thrust to weight ratio. And we've got 3 kilometers worth of thrust. I don't think this is going to work terribly well. Let's stick a nose cone on the top. There we go. And stick smaller ones as well. Aerodynamics. And I'm also going to add some... Where are we? Engines, utility. Where are the... Going to also add some chutes just in case I'm not terribly good at my landing. So add chutes here. Oh, where's the chutes? That wasn't right. Let's actually add them over center of mass. Oh, that's because it's in the thing. Oh. Just stick them on the wings there. Okay. I'm not sure if this is going to work. That's why we do this. It's sort of like experiments. What I'm making is a recovery craft because I've got the Eve probe that is now in orbit, and the idea is we're going to rendezvous with the Eve probe, transfer the Eve probe into this landing vessel, and then have it come back onto the planet. And I'm thinking also that the design could be used for other things as well. So, I'm going to call it Eve Recovery. Our crew are these two. Okay. Gotta save this. Gotta go for a launch. Let's see how this turns out. Enable that. Engines to max. Oh. It's a little odd. I'm not hearing any volume. But you are, so it's fine. Let's just pull back a little. Right. Start leaning slightly. I do want to be in a slightly polar orbit, but I'm not sure if this is the correct one. This handles like a pig. Okay. This is one way of getting a... don't want to go down. There's the engines burning out. Okay. Well, that did not turn out terribly well. Let's revert to vehicle assembly. Let's have the center of thrust overlay. Okay. That doesn't looks like it's not quite that's not too bad. Hello, gal. Okay. So that works out. I wonder if it's just bad piloting on my part. Also, we did not have enough fuel to actually achieve a stable orbit. So we're going to have to add a couple more stages, I think. So let's see what we can do with staging. Okay, let's remove this lower stage here, like that. And we'll decouple, we'll put in an upper stage with a more efficient engine. Engines, what do we got? So, mainsail, I think it is the Poodle, which is the more efficient one. In that. Ah, it's a skipper. This is what we want. So get rid of those. Go for skippers here. And then we'll have coupling. Like that. Oh, wrong couples. Put you on there. And you stop fighting with me. There. Okay. So you come down there. You come down there. Stage. Those are up there. Those are up there. And I'm going to add more fins to improve our stability. Like that. That's not going to work. There. That. That is going to hit those, so move that like that. Okay. Let's see how this works. For a launch. And lock that on. Engines to max. Right. Let's go straight up. Kill the engine slightly. Still going into compression, but that's fine. Heading up, heading through max Q, getting a little bit of instability. fuel starts to burn out. Shoot up a bit more. Hang on. That wasn't a good sign. I don't think anything was damaged though. Start leaning over. This is weird. The controls don't seem to respond the way I would expect. Switch that off there. What's going on? Oh, we lost the atomic engine. That's a bad sign. Okay. Don't know why. Revert flight. So what was the vehicle assembly? Oh. I think I know why it's behaving in such a paradoxical way. It's a little bit about engine imbalance. So, move you. Move you down as far as possible. Where is your center of mass? Your center of mass is down there. And when it's detached, it would jump up there. Save. Not sure exactly what's going on then. There's some weirdness with the controls. Okay. What version of Kerbal Space Program am I using? Is that the question? I think it's the most recent. Let's see if we can find out. Just save this for a second. Pop out here. Think. Doesn't actually say. Not sure exactly what the version is, unfortunately. It's the most recent version of the game because I keep it up. Yeah, I keep it updated. But I'm not sure what the... Okay. Save this. Let's see if this will work. Gonna go like that. Go. Full power. Throttle back a little bit. And keep going up. Oh! understand what the problem is. Okay. Problem isn't anything so remarkable. So if I go like that now. Okay. I didn't realise that right. There we go. Fire up the engines. Start leaning over again. Right. So just this over. On. Stabilize, you silly thing. Ah, out of control. Let's fix that. Revert flight, vertical assembly. Ah, your language isn't that bad. We select you. Go to rotation. You rotate it around like that. Save. I think this will make much more sense. Okay. Now put thrust. Up we go. We go like go from the inside, but right now we're gaining altitude quite nicely. Start tipping forward. Drop that stage. We've lost. Also lost the atomic engine, so that's not going to help much. And control is still a pain, but learning how to fly this thing. I don't think that's going to work for us. Let's shut this down. Let's give it a retry. Revert flight, revert to vehicle assembly. Thinking we're going to add you over to there. We're going to add some fuel lines. Fuel lines from here into no, that doesn't make sense. that. Just switch off symmetry. So you into there. You to there. You to there. You there. And these guys, gotta give it a kick to get it clear of the things. So rocket 𝕊𝔸ℕ𝔻ℸ where are you? Solid fuel, tiny little solid fuel rockets. Mass. Should be alright up the top. Engines. Ah, could be under engines. 𝕊𝔸ℕ𝔻ℸ. Right. Watch you. To face away. And do the same thing here. Have you burn that spot. Okay, let's see how this works. Maximum thrust. Up. Those kicked off too early. Let's vert flight, vert to vehicle assembly. We'll just rearrange things a bit. Yeah, missed those two. Save. Go to launch. Nice bit of iterative design. Oh. Just realised something. Vert flight, vehicle assembly. We have no bracing. Structural. Let's get some struts. I bet that is a significant part of the problem. There we go. There. There. And we're all strutted up. Up there. And like that. That will make everything a lot more rigid. Okay. Let's save that. Go for another launch. Let's have a look. Enable engines. Fire. Right. through 4K, 5, 6, 7. Slightly. This. This feels a lot more stable. Yep. They say as we lose control again. It's just a matter of This is just a matter of the way the engine stabilizes, or what? It's a control issue. And push forward. Should go up. So once we get to the periapsis, we should burn. See if we can get into an orbit. And maneuver. Like that. Yep. That. Okay. Maneuver at 8 and 17. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. And our engines aren't balanced. That's the problem. Okay. Under revert flight. Back to vehicle assembly. I'm thinking this design is pretty bad. So I'm not going to be using it. Rather, what we're going to do, get you off of that. Move you up like this. Have another docking ring here. So, ground, thermals, coupling, big ass coupler. Actually, smaller coupler. Is that the right size coupler? Yep. No, it's not. Sort by size, so then adjust this. Stick you. Why won't you stick onto the base of that? What? That's a node. You're a node. Oh, it needs to be rerouted. Right. That's fine. We can just recreate this thing here. So going for fuel tanks. The right size of fuel tank adapter? Nope. Go to the big blue ones. Throw that away. 2. Three, like that. Thinking the upper stage, go with skipper, payload, engines. Then we have coupling. Go for a mainsail. The next stage down. Okay. Ah, we do have the Panther. Going for the mainsail here. That. Right. There. There. That's not quite enough. We got you. Let's stick you on there. 2. That. Why do you keep fighting with me? That's fine. Not sure multi-stage boosters are a thing, so shift that like that. We'll add in you come down to the bottom, like that. You split off there, you split off there. We'll add a few fuel. From there into there. Right. I'm thinking getting balance with this is going to be a lot easier. And we brace it all up. And brace it a bit more. Go for bracing. Go for bracing. And we cross over. Save this. Let's try launching this thing. Okay. This is going to be probably our last attempt, no matter what happens. So, engines to max. Ah. Revert flight, vehicle assembly. Bring those down to there. Just double check. We've got good thrust to weight ratios all through it. Excellent. So let's go launch again. Okay. Right. Here we go. Oh boy. That is not stable at all. Not sure why. Looks like it's fighting itself. Might actually be the ailerons. Okay. Well, I think next Monday we'll have a more in-detailed investigation into our catcher's mitt machine. So revert to vehicle assembly. Let's save it and investigate this later. Right. Thank you everybody for joining me. Tomorrow we will be playing a bit more Minecraft, and we might be playing some other things on a gorilla stream, but we'll find out later. Thank you for watching, both live and in the archives.